Hello students, so again I am with you with a new video, and in this video I am going to list all the important map work of class 10 as per the CBSE from history and geography. So these are the important map works of history. As you know that in the board examination of class 10 you will get the map work of 5 marks, and that 5 mark is again divided into 2 parts, 2 plus 3. The 2 mark map work you will get from history, and the 3 mark map work you will get from geography. So here I have listed some of the important, I can say the all important map work of history as per the CBSE updated syllabus of 2021 to 2022 session. So the first map work can become from the section Indian National Congress session. Okay, this is the first section from which map work can become from history. So under this section there are 4 important sessions of Indian National Congress, and these cities were very important because the Indian National Congress sessions had been occurred in these cities, and very important declarations, or we can say resolutions, had been passed in these sessions. So the session of Calcutta session of September 1920, it is important as the resolution of the non-cooperation movement under the leadership of Lala Lajpat Rai was passed in the Calcutta session of September 1920. Moving ahead to the next session of Nagpur, which happened on December 1920. In this session also again the resolution of non-cooperation movement was repeated. Then Madras session of Indian National Congress, which was held on 1927. In this session, in the Madras session, the resolution was passed against the Simon Commission. Then the Lahore session of Indian National Congress. Dear student, this Lahore session of 1929 was a very, very important session. As in this session, the leaders of Indian National Congress demanded first time the Purna Swaraj, the complete independence, and this was the session when Jawaharlal Nehru hoisted the Indian tricolor flag for the first time near the bank of the river Ravi. Now next section where from which the map work can be asked is important centers of Indian national movement. So the first important center is Champaran. As this place Champaran is located in Bihar, so if the question will ask locate Champaran, so you have to locate Champaran within the boundary of state Bihar. So it was an important center because Mahatma Gandhi started the first Satyagraha movement from Champaran in 1970. Now secondly, Kheda, which was located in Gujarat, it was also an important center of Indian national movement. As Mahatma Gandhi started the second Satyagraha movement in India from Kheda in 1918. Coming to the next important center was Ahmedabad, which was located in Gujarat, and it is also located in Gujarat presently. It was also an important center as Mahatma Gandhi started his third Satyagraha movement, which was in support of cotton mill worker from Ahmedabad in 1918. Okay. Next important center was Amritsar, which was located in Punjab, and from Amritsar, it became an important center of Indian national movement, because in Amritsar, you might have read that Jallianwala Bagh massacre was occurred, in which massacre the General O'Dwyer has fired without any warning to the leaders, to the important leaders of Punjab, and around 1,000 to 2,000 people were died during that massacre. So in this reference, Amritsar also became an important center. Next, Chaura Chauri Kand. It was an important center as after the Chaura Chauri incident, only Gandhiji withdrew the non-cooperation movement, as this incident was based on violence, which was against the Gandhiji principle of non-violence. So Chauri Chaura, it was located in Uttar Pradesh. So you have to point Uttar Pradesh if the question will ask to locate Chauri Chaura. Coming to the next, Dandi, which was located in Gujarat, and Dandi was the place from which Gandhiji broke the salt law against the British administration, against the British Empire. Gandhiji broke the salt law by reaching Dandi, and Gandhiji had done Dandi March. In this reference, Dandi also became an important center of Indian national movement, and it was located in Gujarat. That's all from history. So now we will discuss the important map work from geography. So from chapter 1, which is resource and development, you may get to locate the major soil types. We know that we are having 6 soil types. In class 10 we have to study 6 soil types: alluvial soil, black soil, arid soil, laterite soil, yellow and red soil, and forest soil. So it may be a question to locate the 6 types or any of the 6 types of soil in the exam. So must practice the map work based on major soil type. From chapter 3, the major dams can be asked, like Salar Dam, which is located in Jammu and Kashmir, the Sardar Sarovar Dam, which is located in Gujarat, the Bhakar Nangal Dam, which is located in Himachal Pradesh, the Hirakud Dam, which is located in Odisha, the Tehri Dam, which is located in Uttarakhand, the Rana Pratap Sagar Dam, which is located in Rajasthan, the Tungabhadra Dam, which is located in Karnataka, the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, which is located in Andhra Pradesh. So these are some important map work from chapter 3, which is water resources. Coming to chapter 4. Chapter 4 is agriculture. So from agriculture chapter you may get to locate major areas of rice and wheat, or major state producing rice and wheat. Major rice producing states are suppose that West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh. These are the major rice producing states, whereas major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, UP. These are the major wheat producing states. Coming to major producer states of sugarcane, tea, coffee, rubber, jute, cotton can also be asked from the agriculture chapter. Now chapter 5, which is mineral and energy resources. From this chapter you may be asked to locate iron ore mines. So some important iron ore mines which can come in your board exams are Mayurbhanj, which is located in Odisha, Durg, which is located in Chhattisgarh, Bellary, which is located in Karnataka, Bailadila, which is located in Chhattisgarh, Kudramukh, which is located in Karnataka. You may be asked to locate coal mines. Some of the important coal mines are Raniganj, located in West Bengal, Talcher, located in Odisha, Bokaro coal mines, located in Jharkhand, Neyveli coal mines located in Tamil Nadu. Again, you may be asked to locate oil fields. Digboi, which is the first oil field of India. Digboi, it is located in Assam. Baseen, it is located in Maharashtra. Kalol oil fields are located in Gujarat. Mumbai High oil fields are located in Maharashtra. Ankaleshwar oil fields are located in Gujarat. So again we will continue chapter 5. From chapter 5, that is mineral and energy resource. Thermal power plants may also be asked. The important thermal power plants are Namrup thermal plant, that is located in Assam. Singrauli thermal plant, that is located in Madhya Pradesh. Ramagundam thermal plants, that is located in Telangana. You may also be asked nuclear power plants. Important nuclear power plants of India are Narora nuclear power plant located in UP, Tarapur nuclear power plant located in Maharashtra, Kakrapara nuclear power plants located in Gujarat, Kalpakkam nuclear power plant located in Tamil Nadu. Now coming to the chapter 6, which is based on manufacturing industries. So you may ask from this chapter the important main work such as cotton textile industry. You may ask to locate cotton textile industries such as Mumbai, which is located in Maharashtra, Indore, which is located in Madhya Pradesh, Surat, which is located in Gujarat, Kanpur, which is located in UP, Coimbatore, which is located in Tamil Nadu. Further, you may also be asked to locate iron and steel plant such as Durgapur, which is located in West Bengal, Bokaro, located in Jharkhand, Jamshedpur, located in Jharkhand, Bhilai, located in Chhattisgarh, Salem, located in Tamil Nadu, and last one is Vijayanagar iron and steel plant located in Karnataka. Then software technological park may be asked. Some of the important software parks are Noida, located in UP, Hyderabad, located in Telangana, Gandhinagar, located in Gujarat, Mumbai, located in Maharashtra, Bengaluru, located in Karnataka, Chennai, located in Tamil Nadu, Pune, located in Maharashtra, Thiruvananthapuram, located in Kerala. So these are the main works from chapter 5, 6. Yes, that's all. Finally, coming to the chapter 7 of geography, that is lifeline of Indian economy. So from this chapter 7, the major main works are major seaports like Kolkata, located Kandla seaport located in Gujarat, Tuticorin seaport located in Tamil Nadu, Mumbai seaport located in Maharashtra, Chennai seaport located in Tamil Nadu, Marmagao seaport located in Goa, Visakhapatnam seaport located in Andhra Pradesh, New Mangalore seaport located in Karnataka, Paradip seaport located in Odisha, again Kochi seaport located in Kerala, Haldia seaport located in West Bengal. Next, we will look some important international airports of India, such as Raja Sansi International Airport located in the state of Punjab, Indira Gandhi International Airport located in New Delhi, Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport located in Maharashtra, Meenambakkam International Airport located in Tamil Nadu, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport located in West Bengal, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport located in Hyderabad, Telangana state. So that's all the complete map work of history and geography. So do practice the discussed map works with a good map skill so that you can obtain 5 out of 5. Okay. students, I hope that you have got all the points, all the map works very clearly, and if you like the video, if you understand the video, then please share the video to your classmates, to your known persons, so that they can also be benefited. Thank you and have a good day.